All right, guys, I want to thank you for coming back for another video. Again, guys, I really appreciate all the support. We're not quite at 1,000 subscribers yet, so I need you guys to pump those numbers up for me. I want you to like, I want you to subscribe. I'm at 633 right now. I've gained a lot of momentum as of last month or so, but we want to get up to at least 1,000, and then things will start multiplying from there. So you can say things are starting to get a little bit more serious on the vinyl cutting game. If you guys can see behind me here, I did get a press. So you guys have been asking, I've been listening. You guys want those SN95 silhouettes on shirts. So I did do a test shirt the other day with an iron just to kind of see how it was going to work out, and it didn't work out too well. So I decided to grab a press. I don't have too much money in this one. I don't know how it's going to work out, but it seems it got pretty good reviews for the price. So I'm going to go ahead and throw a link down below in the body of the video and show you guys where you can get it, how much you can get it for, and then we will follow up later once I start pressing shirts, showing you guys the process that I'm doing, and show you guys the final result. So I'm just kind of doing like a makeshift setup in an extra room that I have that I consider my office. My wife is not too happy about the situation because I'm taking up a lot of needed space, but I gotta figure something out. Basically, I'm cutting right next to my desk. I put an old kitchen table next to there. I'm cutting vinyl there, and then I'm coming out here and putting my cutting mat on here, and then I'm weeding and masking the vinyl. So I'm probably gonna have the press on our kitchen table for a little bit, or I might run out to Lowe's or Home Depot this weekend and grab some kind of table to set this stuff up on and get a little bit more room, because this is rather decently sized press. As you guys can see, it's a 15 by 15 press, PowerPress. So we're gonna go ahead and get this unboxed. I'm gonna switch over to POV view and we'll be back. All right, guys, we're gonna go ahead and get this unboxed. Hopefully you guys will be able to see all this in POV view. Hopefully I got the camera aligned properly. But this is gonna be a little bit of a beast. We're gonna have to throw this down on the floor to get it out of the box. So I've never seen one of these in person yet. All right, so first thing we get is a Teflon mat to avoid burning your decal, your heat transfer decal. And a thank you letter, which is nice, from whatever company in China this may be. So we'll get this unwrapped later. Seems to be boxed very well. I'm sure they've done this a time or two. All right, and here is where you have your press. So we're gonna go ahead and get this box down here. This thing weighs about 50 pounds or so. All right. So it does feel like a nice sturdy press. Was boxed very well. Got this from Amazon for $179 to get the 3-year square trade warranty. Additional warranty was an additional $6. So being that this is a cheaper Chinese product, I did decide to opt for the square trade warranty because it was not all that much more expensive. Definitely a lot cheaper and a lot less headache than paying for a new press. So again, this thing is about 50 pounds. It is rather heavy. The handle on this does have a decent foam pad. This is something similar to like you would have like on a jump rope or something like that. The platen is 15 by 15, so we should be able to do large enough garments. I mean, this thing's not huge, but it's not small by any means. And we got the LCD readout here where you can set your time, your temp, so in Celsius, Fahrenheit, and then they have a conversion over here on the side, which is nice, I guess, for Celsius to Fahrenheit. Just lift up and you have your platen, which is again a 15 by 15 platen. You have a pad here. The pad is actually stuck onto this. I was under the impression these were separate pads, but the pad is stuck onto that, and the top part is your heating element. What I have seen is some people stating that they will get magnets and they will actually magnetize, stick the Teflon up to the top here. So I will have to get some kind of magnets for that. I'm not sure if I have an extension cord in here to get this plugged in right now. There is an extra fuse. Let's see if there's a fuse inside it. All right, so there is a fuse inside it, which is good. So that means I just got to find an extension cord to hook this thing up. All right, so I did decide to move my work area here a little bit just to be able to get it closer to an outlet without using a extension cord, just because this thing is going to pull quite a bit of power, and I don't want to pop a breaker with it. So you can see on the left hand side here, fuse and your power, flip power on, and you get your LCD readout. It does immediately start heating up. And I can already feel a little bit of heat. It's only 62 degrees, so we'll give that a minute to warm up. But essentially, top area here, you're gonna set your pressing temperature, and it's set for 370 right now, which is way too high. I think most garments are 305 to 310, something like that. So just set that with the top button. I think you hit temp again probably, or you hold it maybe, okay. Okay. So you hold that to set it, and that is your operating temperature. Time is how long you actually want to press the garment for. I have to do a little bit more research since this is new to me, but I think I've seen people pressing for 15 seconds or 30 seconds, something like that, I guess depending on the material and what exactly you're doing. If you're doing an initial press and doing like a two layer, and your final press will be like 30 seconds or something like that. So set your time, and this is already set for 10 seconds. We'll set it for 15 just for grins and giggles. Hold the time, and that should set it for 15. So essentially what you're gonna do, take the handle, or actually this first thing here, this knob, when you press the handle down, this is the pressure that the platen puts on the garment. So you wanna set that with a certain pressure. I think they say to put in paper in between the platens and shut it and see if you can pull paper out. You don't want to be able to pull the paper out. If you do, it's too loose, and you adjust it tighter up this way. So you'll see when you go to press, you just push this down, and you're going to see your timer starting to go. So it's going to do its countdown through the seconds. And then I believe it gives an audible beep once it's done to tell you to pull up. Okay. So that tells you to pull up, that resets it. So pretty straightforward stuff. Again, I will do a little bit more in-depth video once I start working with it and pressing. I'll show you guys the first shirt I did with an iron. So this was the first shirt that I did, and I kind of messed up with an iron. I didn't find out until after the fact that my iron only gets to 140 degrees or something like that. So it was not pressing right, and then I ended up messing with it and ended up melting a little bit of the tail light there. The temperature is even with what this says. So this one had pretty good reviews that it was pretty much on point. We will find out in a second. So this is saying 199, and that's saying 185. So it's about 15 degrees off. We'll try in different areas. That is a lot cooler there. Let's see here. Okay, so it's 185, 199. That's 202. So there are some hot spots on this. Not sure how I feel about that yet. The center is a little bit hotter than the outside. I wanted to do a quick overview. I did the first press. I put the SN95 silhouette on I tried an old Hanes t-shirt I use as an undershirt. Got the first one pressed. It's about 12 inches on that shirt. I'm thinking it looks pretty good. You guys tell me. I'm thinking 12 inches. This is a double XL, so I'm thinking 12 inches will probably be pretty good for that. Front did come out perfect though, as far as I can see. I don't feel any issues. Nothing peeled up, feels nice and solid. I'm going to let this sit for a day or so, and I'm going to run it through the wash a couple times and see how it turned out. So thanks again for the support, guys. Once we get the stuff up and running, I'll post another video and we'll get orders set and ready to go.